Just found out my dad cheated on my mom, and we aren't sure what to do. I'm not really sure how to start off these posts, but I see them on TikTok all the time. Basically, my dad cheated on my mom, and she found out. He was on holiday to Morocco, and basically slept with one of those workers, if you know what I mean. The only reason we found out was because before he left, my mom asked me to log into his WhatsApp chat, which stayed on throughout the duration of the trip, and we discovered that on the fourth day of being there, he'd successfully got a worker and was talking to them and meeting up with them constantly, sharing locations, talking about how nice and clean the apartment that they slept together in was, etc. He was there for 2 weeks, and initially on the fourth day after my mom found out he was talking to another woman and was planning to meet up with her, she quite legitimately bought a plane ticket to go there, but because she has 6 kids, me and my 5 other siblings, she couldn't arrange a babysitter. She did ask my dad's sister, who looking back on it was a bad idea, but she said she didn't want to take care of us and told my mom it was her fault for logging into my dad's chats in the first place. My mom went to my grandma, dad's mom, to talk to her about the other woman he was talking to. This was before she found out they actually slept together because it happened that night, who lives with my aunt, dad's brother's wife, and uncle, dad's brother, who also got involved and started shouting at my mum, saying it her fault for nosing around in his chats. Mind you, this brother also has Tinder on his phone despite being married with 4 children, and got in her face screaming at her. She left, eventually feeling really upset, and came back home and canceled the plane and hotel ticket, which she already paid for, and stayed home with us, instead keeping watch from the chats that we were logged into. It looks like they slept together about 4 times during the 2 weeks according to the chats, but we haven't got an exact number. We can only tell from the context. My mum made sure to screenshot and take pictures of all the chats and save them into a USB stick. She's currently making me make a transcript. Basically, the chat that we use, aka WhatsApp, has a feature where you can export the chat, and it comes out looking like a text. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but she's making me make the transcript so when she approaches him about it, he can't lie, as he has a history of gaslighting and manipulating us and everyone around us. But the only problem is my dad has a large history of abuse. I can name countless occasions where he has hurt me or my mum really badly. It just happens out of nowhere sometimes. One time I was in my pajamas at 1 p.m. It's a massive problem for him to be in your pajamas past 1 p.m. He got angry at me and gave me a black eye. He's getting better and I'm kind of learning to deal with it, but I feel like if my mum approaches him, it won't be safe for her to talk to him without him getting abusive. For some context, my mum can't really tell her parents either because she moved away and broke off an engagement to another man that they wanted her to marry and married my dad 20 years ago without their approval. They still talk, and we are invited down for dinners on special occasions, but she doesn't want there to be a situation where her parents say, "I told you so," as they can be really condescending and mean, along with my aunties, my mum's sisters. She hasn't told anyone apart from her close friends who also have their own lives, so probably won't be able to help. We also don't have a house, as we rent out a house where we live, and if my mum was to separate from him, she wouldn't have anywhere for us to live unless we get a government-issued house, which takes a long time. She hasn't got a job either, as she gave up her university degree for me when I was born, as she couldn't juggle living with my dad's parents and having to cook and clean and take care of me whilst also doing a chemistry degree at university, so she wouldn't be able to provide for us all realistically. My youngest sibling is only 1 year old, and I'm the oldest, 17. My mum is unsure what to do. She's got some people around her telling her to leave and others telling her to stay and wait for him to get rich so she can use his money. He's about to refurbish his business and is slowly making profits of everything. She also kind of wants to stay with him because she believes he still loves her and will change if she leaves him for a couple of months. She thinks he'll start to miss her and us children and want to come back home to us, but I disagree. I don't think it's in his nature or ego to come running back to us, especially after being outed for something like this. Could we perhaps have some advice on what to do? My mum wants to out him in the next few weeks, but I'm not sure if it'll be a wise idea, given her financial and housing situation. And if anyone was thinking care home, my mum wouldn't allow that. She's got a lot of childhood trauma and doesn't like to be separated from her kids because of it. Many thanks.